The title of this presentation is a step-by-step lesson plan for a university CLIL course. We describe the organization of content and language integrated funerary archaeology courses conducted in English by a paleopathologist, 2 archaeologists, and a language teaching consultant. The term CLIL was coined by David Marsh. According to his definition, CLIL refers to situations where subjects or parts of subjects are taught through a foreign language with dual focused aims, namely the learning of content and the simultaneous learning of a foreign language. The funerary archaeology courses cover a broad range of topics, in particular skeleton anthropology, bone diagenesis, taphonomic anthropology, different technologies used for field archaeology and laboratory studies. The courses, on an optional basis, are addressed to Italian university students attending the first cycle 3-year degree courses and involved in funerary archaeology and physical anthropology. The students wishing to enroll on the funerary archaeology courses must take a multiple-choice English grammar entrance test followed by an interview with the language teacher aimed at assessing their knowledge of English and their interests or experiences relative to the subject matter. Motivation is essential to achieve a level of competence in the target language. When the students are learning about a particular topic, sharing experiences, exchanging ideas, they forget they are speaking in a foreign language. They gradually build up their self-confidence for communication in real-life situations, reaching positive outcomes in terms of both language and content learning. The CLIL-based classes are supported by a number of texts dealing with the discipline of funerary archaeology, in particular the text The Archaeology of the Dead by Henri Duday, which is divided into 10 lectures focused on particular aspects of the subject discipline. The tasks carried out by the students during the funerary archaeology courses cover all the 4 language skills, both receptive, reading and listening, and productive, writing and speaking. Reading is certainly the major source of input and is generally followed by a wide variety of written activities. Listening is a vital skill which provides the basis for successful communication. The speaking activities are those which constantly expose the students to the language, helping them learn the content of the discipline. We try as much as possible to supply the explanations of particular types of burials or places or processes with clear illustrations or photographs and other similar materials in both printed or digital format, acting as visual support for the understanding of the different phenomena. This slide shows different types of burials. A Cappuccina tomb covered with large tiles, and the empty space in the Cappuccina tomb. This other slide shows two burials in filled spaces. The following activities can be performed by the students, for example, putting jumbled sentences in the correct order, matching words with their definitions. This exercise helps the students learn how to formulate a definition, gap-filling sentences, etc. Or labeling different parts of the body. After acquiring information about a particular subject area, the students consolidate such information by classifying, for example, the different types of joints, which can be labile or persistent or thoracic or abdominal. The students can prepare questions to submit to their peers. For example, which parts of the body decay first? How do we recognize a primary burial? Clay and leather play an important role in funerary archaeology. Can you say why? And so on. English in the CLIL classrooms is also a favorable environment for the acquisition and practice of academic language functions. At an early stage, focus is on the lower order thinking skills like defining, identifying, classifying. The higher order thinking skills are instead explaining, comparing, evaluating, expressing opinions. The language instructor helps the students reformulate sentences, for example by recasting or replacing words like thing or other similar words with more precise, specific ones such as device, ornament, utensil, etc. One of the activities of the course consists in enriching an English-Italian glossary of words and expressions pertaining to the subject of funerary archaeology, where the head words and definitions are extracted from specialized texts selected by the subject instructors. Using the Excel application, the students divided into small groups must increase the different lists at their disposal. Each group will be responsible for language items relative to a specific area of funerary archaeology. The reading of various definitions at different levels of depth will enable the user to understand better, have a clearer and more exhaustive picture of a particular word, concept, or phenomenon. Some of these definitions are used to illustrate the explanations of specific language items of an already available contextualized English grammar with examples taken from the same texts used for the courses. Implementation of the two complementary products, grammar and glossary, proceed together, contributing to the learning of funerary archaeology on the part of the students who are both learners and creators of the two tools. The CLIL courses are particularly useful to those students who want to participate in summer archaeological excavation courses like the one held near the village of Benabbio and started in the year 2007. The map on the right-hand side shows the location of Benabbio and of other archaeological sites currently studied by the Division of Palaeopathology. Here you can see some photographs taken from the medieval cemetery, where not only the corpses of adults but also of children were found. Here you can see some excavations from the burial grounds containing corpses of people who died in the village during the cholera epidemic in the year 1855. Some of the well-preserved bodies recovered were adorned with jewels, in particular rings and earrings, and different artifacts were found, ranging from pottery to glassware and coins. The students have to classify and catalogue the artifacts found, documenting the different phases of the excavations with photographs and captions. Other important archaeological excavations are those started in July this year at the monastery of Badia Pozzeveri near Altopascio in Tuscany, resulting from the collaboration of the University of Pisa and Ohio State University. The academic program of the Field School in Medieval Archaeology and Bioarchaeology is aimed at training students in archaeological and bioarchaeological field and laboratory methods. Here you can see the excavations at Badia Pozzeveri, where 4 different areas are involved. Participants in the fieldwork record their daily activities and experiences and document the information on appropriate sheets. The principal techniques and equipment currently used in field archaeology are georadars, which allow to gain information about the location of past human cultures in particular areas, the extent and structure of a site, as well as other important indications of the archaeological features. Balloon aerial photography, by which an orthogonal prospect of the archaeological context is possible, and Geographic Informative System, GIS, the science that allows to view, interpret, and visualize data concerning maps, globes, reports, and charts. Over the last years, field survey and laboratory techniques have developed rapidly, disclosing information and shedding light on the lifestyles, dietary habits, and diseases of past populations, providing us with knowledge that would have been impossible to accomplish in the past.